Good afternoon. On my way to the graveside, it dawned on me that two very important days for Betty were interrupted by disease. Way back in 1952, Betty and Ralph got married in the massed backyard, and it was because of polio. And today, we have a small group because of COVID. We're really thankful that we got beautiful days on both of those days. But I've been asked to deliver the eulogy, and in doing so, I'm going to try to employ a virtue that is one of the few that Mom struggled with, and that's brevity. I think the most memorable thing about Betty was the effect that she had on people. Virtually everyone she met admired and respected her. It was impossible to know her and not be moved by her loving and accepting spirit. And then sometimes I wondered, how did she accomplish that? Well, primarily, I think it was due to the fact that Betty Martin genuinely enjoyed making other people happy. She had an authenticity to the joy that she brought to human interactions that was attractive and infectious. That selfless and outward orientation that Mom possessed was built on the foundation of love. It was a love that was learned from a family that loved openly and made everyone feel special. It was a love that was passed along to her children and to extended family members. And it was a love that was nurtured and sustained by her Christian faith. My generation was blessed by having that love flow from Mom and from Grandma Mast. In my memory, they are so alike. Now it lies to us to pass that love along to the next generations and continue her legacy of making our children feel loved, valued, and when necessary, forgiven. So to honor the faith that saw Mom through the trials of her life and sustained her in her final days, I'd like to conclude with some readings from the Bible. You know, it was a few weeks ago, Beth called me one evening and said, "Mom wants you to recite some Bible verses for her." Luckily, she lobbed me a couple of really easy ones. The first was John 3:16. A writer once said that this is the most important sentence ever spoken. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. And for my final verse, one that is, in my opinion, the most beautiful example of Old Testament poetry. It's the 23rd Psalm. Yesterday, I asked people to join me in reciting. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And that's Mom's address now, the house of the Lord forever. Thank you.